Could Steph Curry and LeBron James team up in Los Angeles? Let's get into this. Stephen Curry really revolutionized the NBA with his crazy three-point shooting ability from absolutely anywhere on the court. When people look at the modern era of NBA basketball and who pioneered that, the first person most people tend to look at is Steph Curry. Now, because of Steph Curry, we have big men shooting threes all the time now, when that would never happen previously. And we also have guys shooting from all over the place, especially guys like Damian Lillard who pull up from around half court now. But we all know, even besides Steph Curry's amazing shooting, he's still a very valuable player and a very valuable player to a team in terms of winning. Steph Curry was the main guy that laid the foundation down for the Warriors in order to get them many championships that they've gotten over the years. Along with Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, Steph Curry and them two were the three guys that really started everything for the Warriors. Curry was definitely the head honcho and the best player the Warriors had from that foundation, obviously though. But now let's get into it. In this previous All-Star game, this is the first time that LeBron and Steph played in the same team in the All-Star game. And now there's reports swirling that LeBron is trying to get Steph Curry to come to the Los Angeles Lakers and team up. After a very brief period of only one season where duos were the new thing and there were no more super teams, the Brooklyn Nets happened and they obviously acquired James Harden and 58 other All-Stars. So now we're looking to go back in the super team era. And LeBron obviously realizes this, especially with the Brooklyn Nets. So the fact that he's trying to go after Steph Curry is a pretty good thing and showing that he has an understanding that he needs to get better as a team in order to beat the Nets. I also do think Steph Curry fits in perfectly with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. In Golden State, Steph Curry has proven that he can easily play off ball, and on the Lakers, LeBron would most likely have the ball in his hands most of the time. But that's perfect anyways, because Steph Curry in Golden State has proven that he's great coming off down screens for wide open threes. And in Golden State, Draymond Green is the guy who has the ball in his hands most of the time anyways, and he's the guy who sets up the offense. But I could definitely see the Lakers staggering minutes to where they would both start, but LeBron would come off the bench sooner than Curry would, and Curry would take over after LeBron sits for a little bit, and then Curry would come out and LeBron would come back in. But to start and finish the game, LeBron and Curry would both play together, and they would also play together really well, I think. If there was a team of LeBron, Curry, and Anthony Davis, I don't even know if that would be fair, even including the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, it would be a great matchup between the Nets and Lakers at that point, but I don't know, I think I like the Lakers better than the Nets in that series. Obviously, this is all hypothetical. The Lakers would have to give up a ton in order to get Steph Curry, so he wouldn't know exactly what their team would look like, but just based off that big three, I think that's unstoppable. But of course, there will be a few drawbacks if the Lakers were to get Steph Curry. One, obviously, they would be mortgaging their future. They would trade basically every draft pick they have left, even after getting Anthony Davis, on top of giving up valuable role players with upside that the Lakers do have. So if the Lakers did get Steph Curry, their roster would be vastly different, so it's hard to predict, I guess, how good they would be. But I think with that trio, it doesn't really matter who else you have on your team. You are going to be a really good team and a championship contender. But another potentially big drawback to getting Steph Curry is he's been known to choke in the clutch, especially in the finals, so that could be a potential issue for the Lakers going forward. But obviously, overall, if the Lakers had a chance to get Steph Curry, obviously they would do it and they should do it. But now, is this even realistic to say that Steph Curry could potentially go to the Lakers or even get traded at all from the Warriors? I personally don't think it's really realistic at all, honestly, for Steph Curry to get traded in general, especially to the Lakers. First, I don't even think Steph Curry wants to leave the Golden State Warriors. I really see him as being a Warrior for life, because that's where he started his career, and he's had such an amazing career with the Golden State Warriors, winning championship after championship. So I really don't see any reason why he would want to leave the Warriors. But let's say for whatever reason he has a change of heart and he wants to leave the Warriors, I just don't see the Lakers as a team that could acquire him, because they don't have enough to give up for a guy like Steph Curry. The Warriors wouldn't even think about trading Curry in general, but let's just say they were forced to, whatever, they would have to acquire so many draft picks and so many nice young players in return for him, because you just don't trade a guy to the caliber of Steph Curry's level. Trading an all-star is pretty rare, although it's getting less and less rare, but trading a guy to the caliber of Steph Curry is pretty crazy. But to be fair, the Lakers did get that done with Anthony Davis, but they had a ton more assets and they were arguably the best deal that the Pelicans could have gotten for Anthony Davis. And even though the Lakers won a championship this previous season with Anthony Anthony Davis, I don't think anyone's saying the Pelicans necessarily lost that trade because they got Brandon Ingram, and look how good he's become to be. But a realistic trade offer for Steph Curry, if you can even say that, would be a baseline of 3 first-round picks and 2 really high upside young players. And the Lakers just traded a bunch of their first-round picks to the Pelicans in the Anthony Davis deal, so the Lakers wouldn't have picks until pretty far out there. And the Lakers don't really have young players with great upside besides, I guess you could say, Kyle Kuzma, but he's okay, I guess I would say. But obviously the Lakers don't have any player near to the caliber that Brandon Ingram was, or not even near the caliber that Lonzo Ball is. So I can't really say it's realistic for the Lakers to trade for Steph Curry. But now you may be thinking that Steph Curry is going to be a free agent after next season, and maybe that's what LeBron's doing. He's trying to recruit him for after next season to play with him. But I would say that's a much more realistic route to go rather than trading for Steph Curry. But I still don't see that happening, honestly, because as I said before, I can't see Steph Curry wanting to leave the Warriors. But obviously, if the Lakers do get Steph Curry, they're instant favorites to win the championship, and they probably would win multiple championships. But on the realistic scale, I really can't see Steph Curry going to the Lakers, honestly. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Steph Curry would get traded to the Lakers? Do you think maybe he'll sign with the Lakers after next season? Or do you think he's just not going to go to the Lakers and he's going to be a Warrior for life? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Until the next time, peace out, guys.